In this video, we'll make some enhancements to the daily values report that we created in a previous exercise. We'll add an intermediate calculation column. We'll add a summary table that shows the min, max, and average of each data column in the report. And finally, we'll add a trend chart using XLReporter's chart designer. Okay, so to begin making our enhancements to the daily summary report, let's open up the template by double-clicking it from Project Explorer. Inside the template, the first thing that I want to show you is adding an intermediate calculation column. So one where we use an Excel formula to add a value to the report that's based on the values coming directly from the historian. So to do that, I will click onto the E column here in the middle of the report, and I will use the insert function underneath the XLReporter ribbon. I'll call this new column range, and I'll set the first cell in the data area equal to the difference between the max and the min. And of course, you could use any Excel formula here. Then I'll copy it, select the remainder of that column, and I'll paste in just the formulas so as not to disturb the theme formatting in the column. The next thing we'll do is modify the data group by opening Connect to compensate for the fact that we're skipping a column between the second and third columns. So I'll double-click the line item in the grid here in Connections. Inside the group, I will just insert, right-click, insert a new column here after the second tag column. Then I'll save, close it down, and close out Connections. The next thing I want to show you is adding a summary table to the report that will summarize the data in each of the columns. To do that, we can open up the Content Designer. And in here, I'll go into the Summary tab. And for source, I will select the entire data area of the report. Choose to summarize down the columns. I'll place the table at the bottom of the report. Then I just select my calculations. Let's just do average, max, and min here, and insert it into the report. And so, as you can see, the table that we get is theme formatted, and the Excel formulas to perform all these calculations are put in place for us. The final enhancement we'll make is adding a chart to the report. We can do that with the chart designer. And in here, there are several types of charts you can make, but I'll choose a line chart. And for the Y values, I'll just do the two Mixer Zone 1 temperature columns, including both of the header rows. For X, I'll do the date column. And then when I enable the two header rows here and insert the chart, you can see that the series are named after the tags and calculations that are in those columns. Now, to put this chart into the report, what I'll do is just expand row 4 here to a height of about 200 pixels or so. And then to get the formatting nice and tight, I'll click on the chart object, open up the Format tab here, and choose to snap it into the grid. Then I just drag it to this area here, nestle it in there, and you can see it fits pixel perfect into that area. Now that we've made these changes to the design of the report, we can run another preview mode to validate them. And when I refresh, you can see that the data is coming in. I've got my intermediate calculation, I've got my chart, and the summary table at the bottom here. For more information, visit us online at www.scitech.com.